What is going on, all you cool cats and kittens? It's Michael Gascon, the horse guru, coming back to you live for a Horse Talk Live. We are going to do a little Q&A, as well as we have a couple videos for video review. I'm just getting off of a two-leg tour up in Wisconsin. Went to Milwaukee, followed by Fort Atkins. Saw some old friends and work ponies for them, as well as some new friends that I just met. And we went up and did a private clinic for them as well. Life on the road is pretty cool. Speaking of being cool, oh my gosh, going to Wisconsin right now, it's like going to the AC. It was 65 to 70 degrees, sunny with the AC on outside. It was beautiful. Working those ponies. We worked some mules, colt starts, Mustangs, Percherons. We worked just a little bit of everything from ponies to Percherons and mules and everything. It was a good time. And now we are back to answer some questions and do some video review. So give everybody a couple minutes to hop on here. So this week for our horse help train off, we are doing a driving competition. So they are going to have their riding horses driving around a cart or a carriage, and we're going to see how that goes. I've been seeing everybody practicing. They've been practicing up the last couple weeks for this competition. So I'm excited to see how polished they've got them over the course of the weekend. The last couple that I saw were looking real good, real calm and quiet. Being able to drive around, even I saw one today driving around without blinders on, no problem. As cool as a cucumber. So I'm looking forward to seeing them out and about and do that competition, as well as we have a retreat coming up, a gated retreat coming up in 2 weeks. Super excited for that. Just a lot going on. Working those ponies. Did you make your stand-up cart? I did not. I bought it from the coolest place in Albany, Louisiana. I thought I was going down for one chariot from a Cajun person on Facebook. And when I got there, they had warehouses and warehouses of stuff. Turns out the guy is a professional driver for Hollywood, and he supplies all kinds of chariots and carts and buggies and all kinds of things for Western movies. Very cool. I was able to find that. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, I could use that for training. Hey, Missouri and Maine, all over the place. We have a question already. Hi, from Missouri. I have a question. If you are riding in an open fence pasture with a loose horse and the loose horse comes up, cantering up from behind you, do you turn around and face the cantering horse and stop? Really, it depends on the horse that I'm on. If my horse sketches out at all or sucks his tail between his legs or seems like he's going to canter off, absolutely just face him up and shut him down. The biggest thing for me to do is to, if my horse is relaxed and easy, pretty easy horse, is to pressure that horse off of me. Make sure that I'm going to take my hat off and shake it out and make sure that those horses don't hassle the horse that I'm on. So definitely, if the horse, usually the horse is going to canter up to you and stop. They're very rarely going to canter past you. But for whatever reason, if your horse goosed up because it's coming up behind them, just face up, and that's going to shut everything down. You're going to start hearing this on a pattern, on a repeat, because it's the answer. Taking their motor away from them and having them face their fear is what you want to do. All right. Well, without further ado, let's get into these videos. All right, we are working Mr. Zorro. Let's see what he's got. Doing a little kindergarten here. Got the pretty red front boots that match the reins, that match the halter, that match the lead. I like it. Moving his butt around. Very nice. moving that shoulder over. So look at the difference when she looks at his butt, her feet are pointing and walking towards his butt. When she's looking for those shoulders, her feet and her eyes are both pointed towards his shoulder, and she's switching back and forth, making it very obvious when she's making that switch. I was just teaching this up in Wisconsin. We call it square dancing. Hey, hey, from Montana, cooling down to 43 degrees. Sounds lovely. When I got off the plane, the humidity just hugged me, and I was like, hello, home. So Miss Judy says he behaves great on the ground, only acts up under saddle. So understand this. If your horse only acts up outside of the round pen, or he works great on the ground and only acts up in the saddle, they only act up where they're finding releases. So we have to be very, and understand the thing that I'm telling you right now is very simple, but simple and easy don't always go together. So we need to be very aware that they're not getting releases. A lot of times it's because we're assertive on the ground and then we're passive in the saddle. I don't believe that's your problem in this case. Or people that tell me, oh, the horse rides good in the round pen, but loses this mind outside of the round pen. Well, they'll be assertive and to the point in the round pen, they get outside of the round pen and they lose some. You want to show the horse every step of the way that you're the same person. So when I'm colt starting, I show them that I'm the boss on the ground. Then I get in the saddle and show them, hey, I'm that same person. When I ride them in the round pen, I show them I'm in charge. When I feel in charge, when I take them outside, the first thing I do is disengage them a couple times, show them, hey, I'm still in charge. I'm still that same guy, and so on and so forth. When I go to a new show facility or when I go to a new trailhead, same thing. I take the horse off the trailer. The first thing I might do is just back them up for 10, 15, 20 feet. Hey, this is a new place, but remember, I'm still in charge. And that really sets the tone. So if he's only acting up under saddle, understand it's because he's found some kind of release, some kind of loophole, and that's what he is trying to get the better of. Ben Pony and Rosabelle. Next year, maybe she'll be packing elk out of the mountains for me. Huh, that sounds good to me. Oh, we gotta go. That's on the bucket list is to go elk hunting one day. Doing a little desensitized on the ground, waving the rope around. Ooh, we just got done with a horse talking about some tough on the ground. We just worked a horse that bucked so hard it busted the latigo of the saddle, and then we switched out saddles, put another saddle on. It bucked so hard it popped the back cinch keeper. He was just like a puffer fish whenever he'd be bucking. Well, we got him mellowed out though. I like the quietness. Trying to figure out what kind of blow up doll or puffy teddy bear. It sounds like a beanbag. Maybe a polar bear. I don't think he's elk hunting ready yet. So if that happens and they get stuck like that, you just keep walking around his butt and use his butt to move his face. Maybe I need me a. Oh, it's a hippo. Maybe I need a hippo. If you guys are watching and didn't send in a video, feel free. This is your opportunity to put questions in the comments below, and I will make sure to answer them. So we just had a Western Pleasure mentor come in for the train off, which was very cool. We worked on slowing the horses down with our legs and actually putting a leg stop on them, or a spur stop, heel stop, so that you can squeeze them and they would come to a stop. Which, if you think about it, is really cool for a trail horse that's working with maybe an amateur that doesn't have the most confidence. If they get scared and lock up and squeeze in their legs, the horse isn't automatically going to take off.
Good boy. Good boy. That's not a scary hippopotamus. No.
I love the creativity that we find in this group to spook our horses. Now, whenever you are going to reprimand that horse, give them a chance to mess up. And this video first, now he's kind of fussing around with you. But around that first circle, he hadn't stopped and started backing up or doing anything wonky yet, and we already disengaged him. So try to find the softness. It's very easy for our hotter horses to get there first, to jump to the fight, to jump to the argument, but you really want to ride them like a Kuna Matata. You want to believe in your ability to pull him around so much that you ride really loose and easy. Because by the time like we get to this situation where we're already in a fight, now both of us are tense and tight. If you could ride him just with a loose back before it gets all excited to this point, and you kind of get yourself into a spat, you have a lot more chance of finding the answers that you're looking for. See, look at this. By this time, how tight of a box he has to work inside of, because we get so tight.
No. No.
And I know what I'm saying is simple, but it's not easy. And I completely understand that it's not easy. But that's kind of what needs to happen. Is you don't want to put the horse in a situation where it's damn if I do, damn if I don't. If I act good, I'm getting grabbed. If I don't act good, I'm getting grabbed. Well, being bad is more fun. So that's what they end up doing. So if we could put them in a position where that's the right thing for him to do, great. He should find a softness and a looseness in you. Uh, Riding so Kuna Matata, so loose rein that he's like, this is kind of nice. And you almost have to lead him there. You have to be the first one to do that. So that's kind of what I mean, Miss Judy, is right there. He softened and then you soften afterwards. I need you to soften first. I need you to come out expecting for him to do the right thing, kind of giving him more rein than you expect to work, and kind of expect it to work. And then from there, if you need to make adjustment, but allow him to mess up first. Don't be so proactive to fix it. Because what happens is we kind of mess up that timing, especially once the horse kind of has our number and we're a little nervous of them. We will get proactive first ahead of them, and it just puts them in a position where they don't have the opportunity to do the right thing. If they come out and they don't choose violence and they come out and they want to be easy, we kind of jump to our guns and kind of prosecute them for their past discretions. Those figure eights are looking good. See, both of y'all kind of loosened up now. There we go. And constantly be trying to feed him some reins. Give him some looseness. Try to put a belly in those reins. So when I was working on my Paso colts today, I rode a few of them when I got in uh, from my trip, and I would pick them up and gate them, have my legs on them, ask them, have their head up. Not really be holding them, but have their head up, have my hands up, gate, boom, and I would stop, and then I would bury their head, like put their head in the dirt and put them on a ridiculously loose rein and say, hey, I need you to walk like this. And then if they did anything else but walk like that, I would focus on putting their head down and getting them off the bridle. And then very quickly, I start getting that amazing on and off switch where you pick your hands up, you pick their head up, the motor's on, let's go. You put the reins down, you put their head down, you get that whoa that you're looking for.
Go walk him.
Good job, Miss Judy. Way to stick with it. All right, fella. Let's see what you got going on, cowboy.
All right.
You got you a bigger pony now?
I have things for you. Let's see. This is the new pony. Give me 1 second.
You try to get it to drop a little bit more. There.
There. Nice.
Okay. This is Eben and his new pony, Buckeye. Buckeye is a 7-year-old Welsh Arab gelding. Just bought him on Monday the 11th and started him on the Respect series. In the video, Eben is doing kindergarten and first grade for him at the first time. He would like some advice, particularly on first grade.
All right, let's get a little bit longer popper so that we can pop him. Look, when you started making contact, he moved. So you need a little bit longer popper. There we go. Now look at his face. There we go. Nice. That's it. I like how you're starting it when he's not moving and you're stopping it when he is moving. That's good timing, fella. I like the bend there. And it's supposed to be rocky like this. When they've never done this before, it's an awkward thing for a horse to give and go. Most people don't ask for this. Even people who lunge, they just kind of chunk all the rein to the horse and allow them to run off however they want to. So in the beginning, it can be a little rusty like that, where they go, they give, they go, they stop, they face you. So that's good work, but good work, good timing. That's it. There you go. Pop that shoulder. Pop, 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 pop. Good job, buddy. That's it. Just be persistent. Nice.
Yes, sweetheart.
This persistence, that's what I'm looking for in my training students. Look how the horse isn't doing it perfect, and he just sends him off and asks him again, sends him off and asks him again. That's how you break him loose. Because you're asking a horse for two different things. You're asking a horse to go and give their face. Go forward, give me your face. Well, the horse is saying, well, I can give you my face or I can go, but I can't do both. And you're persisting that he does both. And little by little, he is. Look how he's bent and his feet are moving right there. That's what we're looking for. The softer and easier we can get him giving and going like that, the better riding horse he's going to be.
Keep trying. It's a little bit of pressure, a little pressure till he drops. Don't try to muscle it down. Just apply the gentle pressure until he gives. There. See, he dropped it there.
Good job, bud.
There it is.
So this is a great example of how everybody should be dropping their horse's head. Look how little he is, and look how his pony's under him. It doesn't matter how tall or how short you are, the horse should be dropping his head under yours. That's a great example of a cowboy and his horse.
I'm on mute.
Look at his horse's head under his. That's what everybody should be looking for. Very nice job.
Okay. So I have a question today. Can you hear me?
Of course, I can hear you.
Okay. So today was only the second time that we were able to work him. It was raining all day yesterday. And I sort of let Evan start with him, and I don't know how else to say it. Doing first grade, he gave Evan his butt, and I like ran in there because I thought he was trying to like square up to kick him. I'm like, pull his face around and like run in there. And he said, okay, let me do this a few times until we figure this out. And I don't know if it matters very much like why he did that, as long as we just keep trying to ask him to give the face and stay at his shoulder so you're not in a danger zone. Because as soon as I started, he sort of looked like he was going to try with me, but I stayed right at his shoulder and I kept my hand in his face. And I just kept, giving a little bit of a tug to keep his nose pointed toward me. And then we did that a couple times and he was fine. And then I let Evan try again and he did great. And then he started giving us 2 eyes. So we then made progress, but I don't know if it matters very much why he was trying to kick, if that was just something he was offering today, or if we should be concerned about that, or.
So to me, just looking at his face and looking at the way he carries himself, seems like a decent minded pony. Understand so many times when you start at respect series, you're giving a horse something completely different than what they're used to. And if they don't know the answer of how to take the pressure off of themselves, they might give you a whole slew of answers, which is really important to us because we're reading that and we're saying, okay, this is how this horse thinks. So if he doesn't know the answer and, it's just the first day or two and you're on a real tight rope, popping and moving him off, and he brings you his butt, I don't even really consider that bad behavior. I consider that horse behavior. If you keep putting yourself in the right proper position and he keeps finding the softness in the circle, then afterwards, a week in or 2 weeks in, if we still have a butt coming our way, then that's a problem. But here in the first couple of days where we use the word concept, it's still a concept lesson to them and they don't know the right answer yet. I wouldn't overthink it too much. I might watch out for him, and you do it first and give the horse the right answer first before you give Evan the pony to do it. But it wouldn't be alarming for me at that point.
Okay.
Sometimes
right. Just second guessing everything for your kid.
Of course. No, and what we're going to do is
trying to let him learn and grow and be challenged without doing it in a dangerous way.
Right. No, you absolutely, you give him enough chance to say, hey, and you jumped in there and showed him why and explained to him, hey, see this is why we're doing this. Give that horse some simple tasks, go back up, go forward, go left, go right, give me your face, and then do it under stimulus. And that's basically what the respect series is spook him, flank him, grab his back feet with the rope, let stuff drag off of him and see if he's still a kicker, see if he bites it or strikes it. Maybe he just didn't know the right answer and he's just looking for answers. But if he was a kicker or he was a striker or whatever he is, the way you find out what kind of juice is inside of the orange is you squeeze it. You squeeze the fruit, you're going to find out what kind of juice is in there. Well, it's the same way when you make those horses uncomfortable, you'll find out. But before I really try to make them uncomfortable, if they get uncomfortable in the concept, okay, that happens. But I try to give them a couple simple tasks. Back up, give me your face, give and go to the left, give and go to the right. Great. You got that? Perfect. Now do it while you're uncomfortable. Do it with a flag hanging off you. Do it while I grab your flanks. Do it with a rope, swinging around. And then that's really when you see what kind of animal you have.
Yeah, cool.
Because at that point,
thank you very much.
At that point, you'll know he knows the answer.
Yeah, this one's going to be, obviously we're still trying to learn who he is.
Gotcha.
But yeah, his old Coco, I didn't know if you'd heard on our Facebook page, but she passed away a couple weeks ago. So we had to find him a puppy, another ride.
I am sorry to hear that. Well, he's got a good looking one. That's a good looking pony there.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be just a little bit more than Coco, a little more energetic. He's obviously a lot younger. So hopefully he's getting into youth rodeo. So supposedly the owner thinks he's going to win him all his belt buckles doing like speed events. So we'll find out.
Well, perfect. Well, he's lucky to have a trainer like him.
Awesome. Thanks. Do you have a question,
No
Evan? No? Okay. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Good job, Evan. All
Thank
right.
you.
Mommy, Daddy.
You're very welcome, bud. Good job. Keep up the good work. All right. Miss Barb says Gene is doing better with the backing to slow down from the canter, but is now anticipating, and he starts backing whenever I take my legs off him. Do I keep changing things up to keep him from anticipating? Absolutely. You know, if you start getting it without asking for it, you just change things up. No big deal. Sometimes we drill on stuff so much that we almost are anticipating them anticipate, which is fine. It's okay. But then whenever they start anticipating too much, we could just change it up a little bit. But that's good because that's really going to slow him down. If he's cantering thinking about backing, that's already a slower canter. I don't know if you've felt that yet or noticed that yet, but if that horse is cantering around thinking about stopping, thinking about backing, that's already going to be a slower canter than a horse that's thinking about running. It's just a complete different. So it doesn't bother me too much if they anticipate backing up. Again, I'll just start, like you said, changing things up or not asking him to back. Or the next thing I'll start doing is I'll start putting in, once I have a horse with a really good stop and back, where anytime I say ho or take my legs out, they're just planting it in the dirt, or they're planting it in the dirt and backing up. Then I start really working on my downward transitions. So instead of stopping them, they're so stoppy, they're so waiting and anticipating the stop. Then what I'll do is I'll break them down from the canter to the trot, from the trot to the walk, stop them at a walk. And that'll really shut down a lot of that backup and running backwards because you're taking the energy out of it. But that's a good habit to have on horses. Forward as Gene is, if he's thinking at the canter, he's already thinking back up. That's a job well done on your end. The opposite of running away is going backwards. So if you've got your horse that is very forward, having them think backwards is definitely a good thing. Do you have anything to add, honey?
Not for this one.
Very
awesome week.
Very good job, guys. Good work. A lot of ponies being worked around here. A lot of things coming up this fall. Super excited about
this weekend.
We just
which
had,
also has some of our horse people.
Yeah, we just had a dog clinic.
Goodness,
My father had a canine clinic this week, and he's having a retreat this coming week. A canine retreat this coming week.
It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday this week. So very excited for him.
There might be a room left if anybody's interested too.
Anybody interested in going to a canine retreat? You know how the Gascons do it.
Obstacle course.
It's going to be good food. You'll be staying here on the ranch. The kennel's on the other side of the ranch, and my father Hyman will be teaching it. So
he's the problem dog guru.
Yeah, he's the pup guru. So check him out if you guys are interested in that. I do believe we have a spot left, and that's about it. I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you, Miss Olivia. I'm glad you're watching the vids, and see you guys next week on Horse Talk Live. The work only works if you do the work. So feel free to do the work and take a video and send it to us, and we'll be happy to help. Bye, guys.